Our focus for today is on our first group matches, and the first one will come from Group B. It is Sweden against Hungary in this magnificent arena here at the Rotterdam Ahoy, one of the largest indoor arenas here in Europe. As I look out onto the court, to the left we have the Sweden team in the yellow jerseys with the blue stripe going down the sleeves, wearing yellow socks. And to the right we have the Hungary side in their blue shirts with a white square patch on their right chest, and they'll be playing on the right. So Hungary, from mine and Tom's position, will be throwing from right to left, of Sweden from left to right. Tom?
The hall is getting quiet because we're going to start the game.
It certainly is. Very good morning, Tom. How are you? Excited for the championships?
I'm excited. It's my first time doing this, so I hope everybody's enjoying it.
They certainly will. Your expertise and knowledge on goalball will be vital. Our two referees, Rui Miram and Juha Rosa. Juha and Rosa are two 10-second timers. Rui and Miram are our two referees. And we'll get started with Sweden. On that far side, it is the number 6, Olif Ryberg, with the first throw. Saved down to the right by the number 5, Zoltan Rusa. And that reply comes down that far touchline, and Olif Ryberg saves. So we've got Olif Ryberg playing on the left. Fatmir Seremeti playing on the right for Sweden. We've got plenty of firepower in this Sweden team.
Yeah, they got, but they go into the lines of the court, so they try to break down immediately by the sides, but it didn't happen. Sweden tries some other stuff now. Again, but to the other side.
Yes, so just a reminder, if you're just joining us here this morning, Hungary throwing from right to left in these blue shirts, going across court from this near side to the far side. We've got spectators that are gathered in the black seats that are opposite myself and Tom in the commentary box. We've got a magnificent view over the court. And here is Olif Ryberg trying going down that far right corner of the goal. That one is blocked out by the number 5, Zoltan Rusa. So we'll just get these confirmed starting threes for you as soon as we can. We've got Zoltan Rusa who's on the ball for Hungary. A cross-court effort down the centre. That one is blocked. And now Fatmir Seremeti. Some players, people will remember him from playing club goalball. He was playing for Old Power in the Champions League alongside Erkki Minala of Finland. Here comes the reply from Hungary. Diving down to the right.
He's a household name in the Swedish goalball scene.
He certainly is, along with his brother Florim, who I had the delight of sitting next to, actually, Florim, and doing some commentary work earlier on in the year. And this is the first goal of these championships, scored by Hungary, and it is by the number 5, Zoltan Rusa.
Yeah, the middle Sweden player didn't catch it on his body, and it went up, and then it's very difficult for the wings to defend it. So.
And an instant reply from Sweden, no messing about. 2 goals in the space of a few seconds, and we have liftoff in the Goalball European Sea Championships, and it is the number 6, Olif Ryberg.
As we see in the defense, in the replay, it was a nice throw in between, but they surprised because he moved before the throw, and they didn't suspect that. So that's the surprise, plus the hard thrower who made this goal a winner.
So just a reminder, this game coming from Group B. So it is a ball over as Olif Ryberg threw the ball out. So the ball goes back to Hungary. Throw down the centre is blocked. And now Fatmir Seremeti just uses his right hand to touch this near post. Throws down this near side. And that one is out. So it's going to be a throw again for Hungary. So Sweden playing in the European C Championships after finishing 10th at the European B Championships in Portugal. In fact, it was a penalty given against Fatmir Seremeti. So now it's a chance for Hungary to go back in front and scores down the centre as Fatih Sadameti went to his left, the ball went to his right.
These penalties are really difficult to defend. You need to take a very decision on a very short time, and yeah, it's not always happening.
Yeah, they certainly are difficult to judge, and 10 minutes to go in the first half. Sweden 1, Hungary 2. The throw from Oliver Ryberg is blocked out by the number 5, Zoltan Rusa, who's gone through a lot of work so far this morning in our opening match. A bouncing awkward ball diagonally towards this near side is blocked out by Sadameti.
Yeah, never forget to defend your corners, because it can be quickly a weak spot.
Sadameti going between that pocket between the centre player, Zolt Mejsik, and the number 6, Gabor Bukta. And Bukta responds, goes down the centre, and it's saved by Alexander Smedberg, the number 7, Ryberg, who's already had a lot of opportunities to throw so far this morning, already has a goal to his name, but that one is wide. So Oliver Ryberg is opting to throw from this near side.
That's a very good tactic, because as team you need to move your defense, because you can't stay on the same spot. And if they don't hear you, sometimes you open the gates to of the defense of the opposite.
But a high ball has been given against Oliver Ryberg, so it's a penalty here for Hungary. The ball bounces up into the air and just bobbles over the goal line, and it's 3-1 to Hungary. Inside the opening 2.5 minutes, what a brilliant start for Hungary, Tom.
Yeah, I didn't suspect they would lead so quickly, but
Sadameti now with a throw that's blocked.
You see that penalties are very important in this game, so you need to avoid high balls and long balls, because they pay cash in these games.
Yeah, they certainly do. They can make all the difference. Potentially, if the games are tight, close affairs. So just a reminder, this is our first game of 6 today. First group match coming from Group B. Here comes the throw from Zoltan Rusa that's blocked by Alexander Smedberg, who's playing in the middle as Sadameti goes to that far side this time, rolls it across the line, it goes out of play. Sadameti and Ryberg changing from left to right.
Yeah, it was a good idea. It's a surprising throw, but the execution was not perfect. So.
Here comes that response from Bukta, the number 6, into the midriff of Sadameti, and now Ryberg. Far side, blonde hair with white trainers on, throws down the middle, and that one is blocked by the chest of the number 1, Zolt Mejsik. And just trying to sneak through that pocket between Sadameti and Smedberg, but Sadameti blocks with his legs and throws down this near side. It's another good save, this time from Bukta, sliding across the floor.
Sadameti's defense was really nice, because he took it in the second line, and that's really important to even if the middle doesn't touch it quite well, that you have it as a second line.
So just a reminder, of course, this is one sport of 10 here at the European Para Championships. We've got para judo, wheelchair tennis and bocce all going on today here at the Rotterdam Ahoy, and of course across the city as well. And just a little update on the overall medal table. Ukraine currently leading in the medal table with 9 medals, 4 golds. Those 4 golds for Ukraine. We've got Azerbaijan currently in 2nd, Georgia in 3rd. But who's going to take medals in the goalball? Who's going to?
I think a lot of these medals were in judo, so it's still a temporary view, I think so, because the main sports are having medal events at the end. So, but it's nice to see some these tables already filling up.
Yeah, it certainly is. And of course we'll get gold, silver and bronze of here and the goal ball, and that will all
in goal ball, you don't need to wait for the medal events to see good games. Every game can be nice to watch. Every game has its special things, and it never stops goal ball. You go from left to right. You, as a player, you never can rest. You always need to be there with your head in the game, otherwise you're screwed. So
absolutely, yeah. So of course we'll have placement matches coming up for you later as we have our first team time out.
These times are really moments as a player to hydrate and but also to listen to the coach. They're really important, and these 45 seconds are really used to talk to each other. Are really used efficiently because you need every second of them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. As we just have a quick run through of the goals that have happened so far, we've had 4 of them in this match. There were 2 in the space of 2 throws for Hungary and Sweden. It was Hungary who took the lead thanks to Zoltán Urusa. That throw from Ryberg is blocked by the number 5, Zoltán Urusa, playing on the right, on that far side of the court as we look out onto the blue wooden surface with the European Para Championships 2023 logo in the centre of the court. It will now be a ball over back to Hungary after that initial throw.
Back to Hungary, change the side, the near side. Siremati is taking the ball to the near side and tries to throw it down the line, but it's far out.
Yeah, on this occasion it goes wide of the mark from Vladimir Siremati. He's been involved in the game, as Tom mentioned, for so long. Of course, he's got a brother Florim as well. But also another name to pick out in the Sweden team, the assistant coach Stefan Garni as well. Mentioned talking about him before, Tom.
Yeah, Stefan was a very good center player. I really like talking to him. He's really kind, and to every player of the goalball leagues, he's really a nice guy. And I'm happy to see him as a coach and still putting efforts in the development of goalball everywhere in Sweden and abroad.
Olive Ryberg has got through a lot of work this morning. He's been playing goalball for about 10 years now. He was selected for his first senior championships though back in 2017. Has got off to a good start already for Sweden. Siremati with the throw down this near side in front of the 2 team bench areas that are directly below us here in hall at number 4.
And the coaches can't leave these areas. You need to stay inside.
Siremati now with the response down the near side. This one is blocked. So yeah, we have these 2 team bench areas of rectangular shape that are just directly below us. And as you just mentioned there, Tom, the coaches cannot leave that area. And also, just talk through to the listeners and to our viewers about the rules of team coaching and the illegal coaching.
They're very strict rules, I find, for goalball. They don't are in a lot of sports so strict, but maybe it is a bit strict because it's a quiet game, and as a player need to be able to follow everything. So.
Ball just bounces, bobbles up into the air, and it's deflected wide from Siremati. That was close, and Hungary have started really well this morning, Tom.
Yeah, they're really lucky that Fatmir is doing his sort of scramble defense, or how would you call it in English?
Yeah, scramble save, yeah.
But it's a sort of tactic to have good wingers to the center, and if you have a good winger and a good center, that's the ideal combination. Everybody needs to take his spot, move, and otherwise your defense isn't on par with the top.
Yeah, of course. So just a reminder, it's 3 players per side. They have the centre player and the two wingers to the left and right. It's mainly your wing players that will be your goal scorers as such, with your centre player a crucial part of your organisation and defensive work, as we've just seen there from Alexander Smedberg, the number 7.
It's a reminder that nobody's, even the visually impaired, who don't have a less heavy disability, they also wear these eye shades, so everybody's equal, everybody can see. Even under the eye shades we wear patches, so nobody can cheat or look under the eye shade. So during the game, communication is key, and from the coach to the players, but also in between the players, there's a lot of communication going on to get these defenses very, very well executed, because a little mistake can be a goal for the opponent.
So we have our first substitution, by the way, for Sweden. Felix Rosvall has come on.
Down the line, but a bit good direction, but a bit too slow.
Here comes that throw response from Hungary across court down the centre. Here is Arif Reiberg with the throw from this near side towards that far side of the court. It's blocked, chested out. Here comes that response from Zoltán Rusa. Now Hungary have 5 players in their squad, Sweden have 6, so of course that just changes the dynamic a little bit. Just got to manage fitness levels and energy levels throughout the championships. Oh, but here we go, this is another one for Hungary. It goes over the body of Felix Rosvall and into the back of the net. It's Hungary who lead 4-1.
It touches it not that well, it's a little bounce in it, and it's... Oh no, it's on his feet maybe then, and yeah, his feet weren't really well placed, and it bounces over, it rolls over. The position of the body is really important. You need to be, how do you call it, stretched out, and otherwise if some piece is hanging around, then balls easily flock over and it's inside in the goal. So yeah. Every part counts of this defense. Timing is also very crucial. If you time too late, it's your leg is still moving, then the ball can go in the other direction you don't want to. So.
Arif Reiberg with the throw, just aiming for that pocket between Zoltán Mejzsik and Gabor Bukta. Then here comes the throw from Rusa from that far right side, cross court towards Felix Rosvall, who's now playing on the right of the 3. With Sermeti playing in the centre for Sweden. Here is the number 6, Bukta, who's playing on this near side, cross court towards Arif Reiberg. Reiberg collects. Now there's going to be another substitution for Sweden. So just a reminder, of course, when the substitutions and timeouts, the clock will stop, and every time the ball goes out of play, the clock will also stop.
Yeah, games look 2 times 12 minutes doesn't look long on paper, but games can go from 45 minutes up to an hour regularly. So if the goal difference doesn't get too wide, it's really a game can go take quite a long time. So.
Yeah, you're right. Even 24 minutes on paper, you think the game's quick? Oh, it certainly can take quite a while for a game of goalball to be completed.
Every time the ball leaves the court, the clock is stopped, and that counts up. So.
Felix Rosvall now with the throw cross court towards that far side. That one is blocked by the number 5. Zoltán Rusa.
Well positioned, but maybe misses a little bit of strength. But
it's the substitute, Peter Lonzak, who throws down the centre, saved by the number 1.
if you're really in the middle of the center, it's difficult. If there's no bounce in it, it's really blocked a lot of times.
Number 1, Felix Rosval, one of the substitutions coming onto the court in this first half. Throws from this near side. The response from Hungary is blocked by another substitute for Sweden, Lornizak on that far left side. So Sedimetti, the only remaining Sweden player who started the game and is on the court. So changes made by Magnus Withlander, the coach for Sweden.
Giving the ball to the number 1.
Yeah, bouncing effort that just lands safely into the midriff of Bukta, and he responds down the centre. Sedimetti
blocks it on his body.
Shak now responds down that far left side, and a lot of work so far for Zoltan Rusa, offensively and defensively, in this first half.
That pass almost didn't go well, but he catched it.
Well, Felix Rosval, the number 1, he said that his favourite place on earth is his bed. And I know this is a bit of an early start for Sweden and for Felix this morning. Oh, good save, diving down to the right by the number 9 for Sweden, flinging himself to the left, using his fingertips to push it past the post. Good save.
Good reflex of the wingers. Defense on the wings is a bit more forgiving than in the center, because you can push it out. If you do that as a center player, it goes over the winger and it's in. And the ball rolls in between Fatmir and number 9.
Yeah, it certainly is. It just squeezed through Sedimetti's hands and then just kicked in by the number 9. The sole of his foot just pushing it over the line, and Hungary now lead by 5 goals to 1. What a start this has been for Hungary.
Lolicek is number 9.
It is Lonicek, the number 9 for Sweden. Well, Hungary aiming to return back to the European B Championships. They finished 4th at the European Seas in 2019. They lost that bronze medal match against Russia, and are aiming to try and get back to the European B Championships. Final few seconds. Now we're just going to have an official's timeout. The clock.
Maybe a 10 seconds penalty. I didn't see what.
And there is.
No, it's just a half time. Okay.
Half time. So what a start, Tom, for Hungary. Was this something that you were expecting this morning?
I didn't expect Hungary so offensive, but for me it was a bit of a guess how they would play, because Hungary was a long time ago I saw them play. Sweden, they started up well. Their only goals who went in were with penalties, so they were a bit maybe nervous, I don't know, because these high balls pay them cash, but in the end some goals went through the middle and they changed a lot of defense, and I think they didn't find their good working together back, so maybe they have to change positions again, I don't know, but it's not a perfect defense for the moment. And Hungary is offensively taking the advantage of that, so both are on a good level, but you see that some little mistakes can pay cash, and you need to stay. Changing defenses is sometimes very difficult to keep the same level if you change positions or change players a lot. So.
Yeah, and of course Sweden have conceded a couple of penalties as well in that first half, which are so crucial, adding up to the scoreline as the two teams are just in a huddle
Like in the Belgium team, we change regularly, but we don't change 2 times in the first. It doesn't happen a lot. We change 2 times in the first half. People are used to play on the same spot, and if they change position, sometimes the defense can be influenced by that. So because you're most of the time train on your standard positions, we do games on other positions, but the time you're most of the time a winger or a center player. So yeah, it's difficult sometimes to change and find a high level of game back.
So we are nearly ready to get back underway then. Hungary leading by 5 goals to 1. Well, a very warm welcome if you are just joining us this morning. It is the goal ball here at hall number 4 at the Rotterdam Ahoy at the European Para Championships 2023. Plenty of noise being made in the crowd, trying to G up all the players, get them revved up for this second
Now
half.
they still can, because when the game starts, it needs to be quiet. See, the sound is already gone. This is special about goalball, but some people like it more because of the nice atmosphere, and you can literally sit on the top of your chair and watch this quietly. And
it certainly is a unique sport, and we have 3 other sports going on today. We have the para judo, the wheelchair tennis, and the boccia. All are available to watch on the live streams if you head to the European Para Championships 2023. And also, if you fancy joining us here in Rotterdam, tickets are at €7.50, and you get access to all the sports. And it's a really fantastically well organised event.
If you show your public transport ticket, you get a coffee for free at the information desk. So that's maybe a good way to come here by public transport.
Yeah, absolutely. All those little incentives to get you to come along here to the European Para Championships. Lots going on, lots for you to come and view. And I'd highly recommend, if you can, get down to the European Para Championships. So we're ready to start this second half with Hungary will be throwing from left to right, Sweden from right to left. Here comes the first throw that's saved by the number 9, one of those first half substitutes.
Lolicek takes the ball and moves to the center.
It's a bouncing effort that's pushed away by the number 1 for Hungary, Zolt Majsik.
The direction was really good in between the center and the left player for Hungary. So.
Here comes the reply from Hungary down the middle. Vladimir Sedemeti started out on the right for Sweden in that first half. He's now playing in the centre. Here is the number 1, Felix Rosval, with another awkward bouncing effort that's just cleared away by the legs. Now here comes the response. Gabor Bukta, the number 6, just hands over the ball to Zoltan Russo's on this near side. Another awkward bouncing effort that's blocked by the number 9 for Sweden. Peter Lolicek
Lolicek really is going far to take up that ball, but it's a good wingers go far, so in my opinion. So.
Felix Rosval now. Here comes the response down towards this near side from Majsik, the number 1. Now a quick fire reply down the middle, down that far side of the court is blocked.
Yeah.
Majsik and Sedemeti almost just sandwiches the ball into the court.
Rosval throws down the line a bit more to the center.
Yeah, aiming for that gap between the number 6, the left winger, and the centre. And here comes the response from the number 6, Gabor Bukta. That one is wide.
Yeah, but it's quite down the line. It was well placed, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, testing Felix Rosval. in that far right corner. Here comes that fire down this near side. That one's parried away. It's a good save.
Yeah, good work from Sweden, who put the ball to the other player, to the other side, and surprised a bit the winger there.
Game's just suddenly sped up. It's a quick replied second half. Throws coming in quickly. Here comes a response from the number 6 Oliver Ryberg for Sweden. It's cleared away by the number 1 for Hungary, Isaac. Rusa with the throw. That's blocked. Lonishek flings one down the centre of the court with a bit of venom to it. And,
we have 2 active middle players. That's not always the case, but I really like it. They are in the game as well as the wingers. So. And if a center player can do a quick response throw, then it's really surprising and dangerous.
So we have volunteers in blue polos that are next to the goals that are collecting the ball quickly at any given moment to make sure that the game is run efficiently and quickly.
Book touch. Is it to the left?
Zoltmajic with the throw, that one's blocked. Lonishek now will throw on this near side wing. White trainer just fizzes it across the surface of the court. That one is blocked by the number 5.
Yeah, a little bit too much on the body. You need to be just in between or players or down the post. But that's easier said than done as a player. It's a lot of training to get your directions. Well, you can throw as hard as you want. If you don't have it on the right spot, it won't get through. So it takes lots of effort to train. So I see it a substitution for Sweden.
Yeah, so Felix Rosval is going to come off, and Oliver Ryberg is coming on to the court. He has got the only goal then for
Will they change
Sweden
position?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to note whether there is a change up. Fabulous Adametti still staying in that centre position. Oliver Ryberg, it seems that he will play on the right, but he's just standing in the centre now. Creeps over to that far side. The dummy run comes in from Lonishek. The throw from the far side by Ryberg is blocked.
It's one of these techniques. You do some dummy runs and it distracts the defense of the other player, so you always need to listen well if there's a ball involved in a dummy run. So it's
just a quick replay there of that throw then from Oliver Ryberg. It's a ball over, so it's back with Sweden. Ryberg flings it down that far side and scores!
What a magnificent throw of Ryberg.
Brilliant finish from Oliver Ryberg. That's his second of the game, the second of these championships.
Down the line and on a good speed. You see, this was not a bouncing throw, and changing. A lot of throws are bouncing, and it changed back to sliding throws, and then they're surprised and they go quicker, and defense is surprised. So
here comes more bouncing effort that bobbles and just goes wide. It takes Sedimetti and Ryberg just to put the ball out of play. Just over 8 minutes remaining of this second half. Ryberg this time with a bouncing effort really digs it into the court.
Yeah, but I like this variation because it's I say it surprises more the other side. And if you do all the time the same, the other defense falls asleep because they know it's a habit, and then
So here is the Hungary number 1 then, wearing a silver chain around his neck. The number 1, Isaac, who throws down the centre. And Oliver Ryberg now will take over, his hair just dripping over his eye shades as he throws from this near side to the far.
They will get back the ball because it went out before the 6-meter line. We change from sides for Sweden.
Peter Lonishek now with the throw that's chested out by Rusa. Ryberg really pulls back that arm to throw that ball down that far side, and that one is wide, so isn't troubling. Gabart booked that. So no substitutions for Hungary as of yet. Ryberg now standing in the centre of his goal, crouches under the crossbar, goes towards that far corner of the Hungarian goal, and that one is saved. And the response comes down the centre. Sedemeti dives on the ball.
I think they're keeping their same team because they say they're keeping up a very good defense, and changing will harm them maybe more than a bit of, yeah. They're still fresh, it's still the first game, so I think they will cope to play till the end of the game. Because you've seen when Sweden was changing a lot, they got some goals in, and keeping your team the same is the better option, in my opinion, to end this game for Hungary. But of course, Sweden now needs to work hard and needs to improvise what to do.
So we just currently have a break in play as the officials are just retaping the courts. Now, just a reminder that the courts here is with the white lines that you'll see across are tapered, so they have string that runs underneath the tape, and that is so that the players can orientate themselves on the court. It's quite tapered.
It's crucial as a player. If you don't have these lines, you got lost on the court, and you don't know where you're throwing, but it's also dangerous if you walk into each other. Some serious injuries can happen, and we don't want that. So
no, we certainly don't. And we have the repair completed.
Ryberg will go to the far side, try to surprise Hungary. But it's wide.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't surprise Hungary if the throw is wide.
No, it's.
And here comes the response. Down the centre, Sedemeti just uses his legs to sandwich the ball into the court. And here is Peter Lonishek now with the throw. It's a bouncing effort that could have been close to a long ball. It's tipped over onto the crossbar and wide. Good goal ball all round. A really testing effort, that one for Zoltán Rusa. Rusa responds. Lonishek now crouches underneath the crossbar, goes down this near side. It's another bouncing effort that's tipped onto the post and goes into the back of the net. Hungary have 6. Well, he's been threatening Zoltán Rusa with that bouncing effort, and the second one got past.
Yeah, it's not yet finished, this game. You need to be there with your head till the last second of the game.
A correction, of course.
Sweden, I think.
It's Sweden, I should say. Sorry, with that third goal. Now it's Peter Lonishek with that goal.
3-5. It's not over yet for both of the teams.
Certainly isn't. Hungary were leading by 5-1. Sweden pull it back.
Nice throw.
The throw down that far side, saved by Olaf Ryberg. There's Peter Lornishek now with the throw, going down towards this near side, towards Zoltan Rusa. And it's going to be a ball over, back to Sweden.
In my opinion, they're getting a bit tired, Hungary, because they normally stand up and take up the ball quickly, and this has a bit slow. Maybe they need to change. It's a decision the coach needs to take.
Yeah, so they have 2 players available to them, Hungary.
But I don't know them, and I don't know their level if they're on par with them. So it's sometimes a difficult decision for the coaches, and maybe they change the last 2 minutes if they think they're safe.
Yeah, they currently have that 2-goal advantage. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Sweden 3, Hungary 5. Here comes another bouncing effort from Peter Lornishek. He's been threatening that in the last couple of minutes. Of course, he's already got one to his name. Ball over back to Sweden. No surprise, Peter Lornishek is going to throw again. It's another bouncing effort that can't get past Zoltan Majsik as he just kicks the ball away. Has a smile on his face. He's got through so much work, the centre player Zoltan Majsik. And here comes a response from Hungary, and it's a 6th from Hungary in between the pockets of Seremeti and Lornishek. And it is Zoltan Rusa, the number 5.
It looked like they were a bit surprised because their defense didn't happen immediately. I don't know why they were distracted.
Yeah, it certainly felt like the way they weren't expecting that throw to come.
That's a really nice throw, but so Hungary finds the gap is enough to do some changes. We have how many time? We have like 4 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, you
That's
mentioned,
doable.
Tom, that of course that there will be, if they can get a substantial lead with minutes to go, that they might make some changes. And here is that first change then. It's going to be Adam Horvat who is going to come on for Hungary. And we'll wait to find out where he'll play amongst the 3.
Yeah, it's not always on the same position. It's depending. Most of the players can do 2 positions, some do 3. But you have your preferred position. Everybody has that. So,
well, Adam Horvat takes up the position on the left, and here comes the throw from Majsik down the centre. That was blocked. Lornishek takes over proceedings and throws just slightly left of centre towards the middle of the Hungarian goal, and that one is saved by the number 1.
In the middle, but it didn't surprise the middle player.
Here comes Majsik. It takes a touch off Lornishek and into the back of the net. It's 7 heaven for Hungary. They now have a 4-goal advantage and are in control of this Group B match, the first match of the goal ball here at the Championships.
Both the winger Lornishek and Fatmir could maybe move a little bit towards each other, and it's these little movements that can make the difference. And if you're maybe by the end of the game they get a bit more tired, both sides are getting tired. It's not because you're scored some goals and you catched up a bit that there's still some.
Yeah, of course.
Every detail counts. So
absolutely. 3 minutes 43 seconds remaining on the clock in the second half. Hungary on course to claim the first victory.
You see that they're moving during the noise that the spectators make, because then it surprises the other team. But when they don't call quiet please, the coach can still inform them about the movement. But when it's time is called and quiet please, then everybody needs to be quiet, also the benches.
So we just have another officials timeout here for court repairs. This time it's over in the front of the Hungary goal on that far side.
Yeah, it's happening more by the end of the games because you sweat a lot and tape are loosening. It's the perfect tape is not yet invented, so.
3 minutes and 40 seconds now remaining in the second half. Sweden now have work to do if they're wanting to get back into this game.
I thought they would come back, but some defense mistakes, and it's yeah. But look.
Sweden have got a fourth, and it is from the number 6 once again who's made the difference for Sweden. Olif Ryberg, who just gets it in between the gap from the centre and the left winger.
I like his throws, I like his number. I was always player 6 at the Belgium team, so.
Yeah, he's certainly been threatening this morning, Olif Ryberg, and has been a real key asset in this Sweden side this morning. So just trying to claw their way back into the match. Sweden 4, Hungary 7. Saved by Olif Ryberg. As soon as I mention how well Olif Ryberg has played, he's conceded a long ball here.
Horvat is going to take it. Is it number 3?
It is number 1, I believe.
Number 1.
Zolt Majzik, yeah. Zolt Majzik, and that one is saved by Olif Ryberg. He makes up for his mistake. He beats out his chest. And
yeah, you see they're going to defend on the 6-meter lines. It's a technique that can be very effective.
Oh, but immediately another high ball is conceded from Sweden.
We'll see if they defend again on the 6-meter line, because this is a rule change in the past. I don't know when it changed, but like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe before Rio, you couldn't defend on the 6-meter line, and it makes a difference too.
So here comes the throw, and it just goes underneath the body of Lonishek and into the back of the net, and Hungary regain that 4-goal margin. It is Sweden 4, Hungary 8.
Yep.
And penalties proving costly for Sweden.
It is.
Olif Ryberg initially comes to this near side. He just strolls back out to that far side, throws towards the centre. That one is saved.
As a Belgian player, I remember we were offensive on paper, the best team, but due to penalties we lost games. So yeah, it's paying cash. Ah, what a nice goal!
It certainly was, and it's Olif Ryberg. Well, he made up for conceding the penalty of the save. He's now got a goal. Another one to add to his tally. And Sweden just keeping in the game. Sweden 5, Hungary 8. It's another for Olif Ryberg.
They're coming back, but time is getting short. So only 2 minutes left. Little more than. Freiburg is taking the ball. They have Sweden called a timeout, if I'm correct.
So we're going to have a substitution here for Sweden. The number 1, Felix Rosval, is going to return to the court, and he is replacing Petr Lonishak, the number 9.
Okay. I think it's their last substitution. I didn't count them.
Here is Ryberg, who's switched over to the left of the 3.
Nice hard throw.
There comes the response from Hungary, saved by Fatmir Sedemeti. And now here is the number 1. Felix Rosval on that far side, goes between that pocket between Isaac and Horvat, who's playing on the left of the 3 for Hungary. That one is saved. Horvat responds and goes towards that far corner. Rosval gets his body behind it. We're into the final 2 minutes then of our opening group match of the goalball here at the European Para Championships, as the ball goes over Isaac and over Horvat and into the back of the net. Sweden are on the charge here. They are within 2 of Hungary, and it's the throw from who else but Olif Ryberg.
Slowly crosses the line.
And a timeout, not surprisingly, is being called by Hungary. And in this position, Tom, you've felt like you've really sort of been in front of the game. You've dominated the match in terms of the scoreline for Hungary, but now you find yourself only 2 goals in front with under 2 minutes now remaining. What's your thinking as a team now?
Yeah, there's a bit of stress as a player coming up, but you need to keep your head with the game and don't think about the consequences yet. Focus on the ball, focus on your strengths, and then you will pass and listen to the coach, what he's telling.
Isaac with the throw for Hungary down the centre, saved by Sedemeti. Hands over the ball to his left to Olif Ryberg. No surprises here, they're going to give the ball to Ryberg. Been such a threat for Sweden. The ball's been saved and it goes.
He changed position, but he's now moving back to the other side.
Well, it's like a never-ending catapult of throws from Olif Ryberg. Give the ball to Ryberg and let's hope for the best. But this time it's going to be Felix Rosval who's going to throw from that far right side. It's a bouncing, awkward effort towards that far corner. Horvat does well as we approach the final minute of the match. Horvat with a throw that just skims along the surface and down the centre of the goal. Sweden throwing from right to left. Ryberg again. Scores! Olif Ryberg through the pocket between Isaac and Horvat, and Ryberg is pumped and he is on the charge for Sweden. Only 1 goal separating the 2 teams. How impressed of a performance from Olif Ryberg.
He's not at the winning side this time, but he's one of the most defining players of the game, I think.
Well, from a position of strength from Hungary, they had a 4-goal advantage. They were leading 8-4 with 40 seconds now remaining. It is 8-7. Olif Ryberg goes between that pocket again between Isaac and Horvat, and that one is blocked. And Horvat just puts the ball in the air and throws it along the surface down the centre. Sedemeti gets his body behind it. Crucial moments of the game here, Tom, with 25 seconds now remaining. It's a team timeout for Sweden. So, final 25 seconds then remaining.
Will they equalize?
And there comes that throw that's blocked by Hungary, and of course
Now they're trying to gain some time.
Yeah, that ball was rolled so slowly across the courts, of course. Trying to use up every time possible, and that will probably be the final throw now for Sweden, and this is the final act of the game. Hungary just simply roll the ball forward into the centre of the court. And that is full time in the first match of the European C Championships and the European Para Championships here in Rotterdam. It ended up being a really close match. And as we talked about earlier, Tom, in the game, those penalties in the end have proved really crucial as Hungary just sneak that victory by 8-7. It's been a brilliant start to the European Para Championships. Who was your player of the match, would you say, Tom?
I would say number 6 of Sweden. Even they lost, but the second half he really put his stamp on that game. It really defined how attractive goalball can be. It never ends. It's really he made the game very spectacular to watch till the end.
Yeah, he certainly did, and it's a winning start then for Hungary in Group B.
Congratulations to them. I think they really are happy with this win because Sweden is maybe one of the favorites. I think they came from the A division, went down to B and C, so they have they should be able to go to the B division. But you see, every game needs to be played, and every goal counts, and the penalties were crucial in this game, I think.